Alaikum. I'm Hudayfi. Our group made the research in SDG 1. No poverty, goals and development in all its forms everywhere. Our topic is a study of awareness toward the effort taken by Malaysian government to curb the poverty. If we try to illustrate the word impoverished, the word impoverished means in a state or a condition in which person or community lacks the financial resources and essential for a minimum standard of living. Poverty means that the income level of employment is so low and that basic humans cannot cover it. Therefore, the Malaysian government utilizes this poverty line assessment of the minimum consumption requirement on average sized household for food, shelter, clothes, and other non-food needs. In our research, we have conducted analysis on these four basic criteria. In our research, we are going to discuss about the effort Malaysian government has committed to eradicate poverty. Our research, we analyzed by existing and new programs government taken toward the sustainability poverty reduction in Malaysia and the achievement completion toward the poverty reduction and zero hunger. And finally, how to complete the existing plans that have not implemented yet and what are the possible implementation agenda. In our report, we have been through two stages. The first stage, we have created research questionnaires to find out exactly specific information we are looking for in our research, and furthermore, the steps we should instruct before we start our research. And the second stage was we conducted several questionnaires based on our topic to find out accurate measurement, opinion, expression, and behavior of the community. So far, we have managed to determine 53 responses. Thank you very much, everyone. That's all for me. I will pass it to my friends to continue there.
Hello everyone, I'm Divya and I'll be speaking about the problem statement. There are many types of poverty, but there are only three main types of poverty in Malaysia, which is absolute poverty, absolute hardcore poverty, and relative poverty. Absolute poverty means it's a condition in which the gross monthly income of a household is insufficient to purchase certain minimum necessities of life. Those necessities include a minimum food basket to maintain household members in good nutritional health and other basic needs such as clothing, footwear, rent, fuel and power, transportation and communication, healthcare, education, and recreation. Next, absolute hardcore poverty has been defined as a condition in which the gross monthly income of a household is less than half of PLI. Whereas, relative poverty means the mean income in less than another. The poverty rate in Malaysia is measured by the poverty line income, which is called as PLI. And recently, the PLI has been revised by the Department of Statistics Malaysia with the poverty line revised from 908 ringgit to 2,200 ringgit in July 2020. This means that over 400,000 households in the country with monthly incomes below this level are considered to be living in poverty. This provides a new look to the poverty rate in Malaysia, improving from 7.61% in 2015 to 6.5% in last year. This means a decrease in household considered living in poverty with a difference of 30,302. With that being said, what are the efforts implemented by the Malaysian government to reduce poverty among citizens from 2012 to 2020? And what steps were taken or done by the government to create awareness about poverty among the citizens? Are Malaysians aware of the efforts and plans done by the government to curb poverty? That is all from me. Thank you.
Hello guys, I will be talking about the significance of study. This research will identify the Malaysian government efforts on implementing various methods and techniques to reduce the poverty rate and also the awareness of people on this subject. In this research, we got to know country's poverty rate and reduction. In advance, on working out the efforts and results from government to curb poverty, beforehand, our team are gathering the responses and understand from a group of people regarding their awareness on Malaysian government efforts to reduce the poverty. There are three types of poverty in Malaysia. They are absolute poverty, absolute hardcore poverty, and relative poverty. Yet, respondents are aware what could be the causes of the poverty in Malaysia. To conclude, readers will have a complete understanding and awareness on the efforts taken by Malaysian government to curb poverty. Thank you.
In our literature review, we have gone through 20 scholarly articles and journals from website. Firstly, we have mentioned that what poverty is defined as in Malaysia, followed by the past performance at poverty eradication in Malaysia, and we also explained awareness of public towards governance effort to cut poverty in Malaysia. Finally, we also described the economic governance and poverty reduction in Malaysia. Now, moving on to research methodology. Firstly, for the survey approach, we have used both primary and secondary approach. Secondly, for the population and sample, we chose the citizens all over the Malaysia who have aged 18 and above. Thirdly, for the research technique, we have used questionnaire technique. Our questionnaire contained around 12 close-ended questions and 3 open-ended questions. Finally, for the tools for data analysis, we have analyzed through statistical package for social sciences. Moving on to data analysis, we have got from our survey as follows. For the gender of respondents, we have got 32 respondents are female, which is more than half of the respondents, and 20 of them are male respondents. When we look into respondents' age, we have 26 of them are aged between 21 years old to 30 years old. 24 of them stated they are from the range between 18 to 20 years old. We have got 2 of the respondents who have aged above 40 and 1 respondent who is aged between 32 and 40 years old. For the level of education, 43 of the respondents have stated that they are in progress or have completed degree either masters, while 9 of the respondents selected they are in progress or have completed diploma or certificate. We had only 1 respondent for the category of SPM. Moving on to the question we have asked our respondents that are relevant to our research. For the first question, are you aware of our country's poverty rate? We had the rating 1, which indicates no idea, to the rating 5, which indicates highly knowledgeable. 27 of the respondents stated rate 4, which points out that more than half of the respondents are aware of our country's poverty rate. For the second question, is our country's poverty rate reduced compared to the last decade? We have 25 of the responses saying no and 16 responses stating yes. Lastly, we have 12 responses choosing no idea. For the third question, we have asked our respondents whether they think Malaysian government has taken good initiative to curb poverty. Half of our respondents pacified by stating no, and 16 of them agreed by stating yes. Lastly, we have 10 of the respondents mentioned that they have no idea. For the fourth question, do you think the efforts taken by the government is effective? We have 27 responses fixed with the option maybe, 20 of the respondents disagreed by stating no, and 6 of the respondents agreed by stating yes. Now, we have come to our final question of our survey, which is an open-ended question. We asked our respondents what are the suggestions they would give to the government to reduce the rate of poverty in our country. We got varied type of answers from each of the respondents, but the most informative answers we got such as increasing the minimum wage of the employers, improvising the education system, facilities job opportunities to the people from rural areas, providing a clean, efficient government without any bias and look after all the races equally. Lastly, creating more chances for local products to increase economic rates and increase the good quality of education.
Hello everyone, today I'm going to conclude the whole slide. So, according to the survey, few questions are highlighted for this task, for this SDG. So, one of it is the main cause of poverty. When we asked the question, most of the respondents said that it is due to lower income from poor people. So, why this happens? Because this issue happens because there are higher rate of unemployment among graduated students who came from poor background. Having referred to this issue, we ask if the respondents are aware that the government is taking effort or not to curb these kind of issues. Actually, most of the respondents are aware of this issue and they got to know through social media. And having referred to this, most of them suggested and also had mixed reviews saying that some government places see favoritism and racial status to give them job. So as a Malaysian, it is not right to do that. So to conclude, to summarize the whole thing, we say that government should take more effort and to treat everyone equally, no matter which race they all are, and to take extra effort so that this issue doesn't happen again in the future of Malaysia. So that's all from me today. Thank you very much.